Gentlemen, we've got only stinkers and bangers left. We're kicking this off with a divisive one. Iron-blooded orphans.
Not as perfect as some other entries in the franchise, but man, does this one hit. Characters that are idealistic, but willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goals. Seriously, Mikazuki uses a pistol to gun down people in like episode 1. Awesome fight choreography with mechs that actually need supplies and ornaments, and a beautifully tragic ending that makes you question what a more realistic Shunin cast would have to do to actually beat big bad.
That's facts, Big Don. The tragic ending of Tekkadan's journey brought me to tears. The Gundam designs were dope beyond belief.
Are you novelists
going
to
to
let me speak?
And the innocence of the main cast made me realize just how hopeless the world must seem to the less fortunate. Some pacing issues in Season 1 and weird writing in Season 2 make this A tier, but it really is special.
This series really is Gundam at its peak. I just love when every character acts like a moron to make an overpowered main villain win the war. It's also just amazing when the villains are able to spam illegal weapons with no repercussions. Seriously, it was
the mocking tone is unnecessary.
When the heroes backed the wrong side and got murdered one by one for it without Orga ever using his brain. Seriously though, guys, this series is F tier.
Bro, I'll let you have the other complaints, but no way you're acting like the characters being idiots is exclusive to this show. Half the characters in any Gundam wouldn't be able to tell Char and Quattro Bagina apart.
Facts, Donald. I bet they'd sell him an asteroid, too.
Oh yeah, guys, this show is so good because it has a flaw that every Gundam does. Trust me, it's so good seeing the characters die. Brew, it's so good. On God, for real. For real, you guys are cap artists.
Barack, you better quit capping, or I'll give you back the Presidential Medal of Femdom you gave me.
It's okay. Grandpa Joe slips up sometimes.
This show's execution of the bad end for the orphans is poor, but you gotta admit it still hugs at your heartstrings.
The Christmas-themed hamburger of 80 made me cry, but the orphans in IBO. Their deaths had so many flags that I saw them coming from a mile away. Didn't make me feel anything.
Joe, this man has too much real-life experience with orphan deaths for animated ones to affect him.
All right, Donald, you don't got to bring that up every video, bro. Anyway, we got a lot left to rank, so I'll drop this into B tier. Up next is the literal toilet Gundam anime G Rico.
Wait, I think we should wait up on this one, guys.
Do not make me regret asking this, Joe. Why?
The movie version of the show was way better at handling the story and lore. You guys have only seen the anime, right?
Joe, is this going to be like that time you DM'd me that The Promised Neverland Season 2 was better than the manga?
That show had so much wasted potential. Oh my God, I can't believe they...
Nah, bro, these ones are better for real, on God.
I'll believe you this time. Just because my main gripe with G Rico is that the directing feels at odds with the story. We'll keep that off the list until the Don and I see how it handles the explanations.
Speaking of handling, have you guys been seeing how Aim to be a Pokemon master has been failing at handling the end of my boy Ash's journey? What a disappointing send-off.
Joe, we're here for Gundam. We can look at that later.
Nah, bro, let him talk. I think Sleepy Joe took his Adderall because he's been dropping facts about everything today.
Thank you, Donald. Seriously, though, this series feels like the writers found out the anime was ending and got told to fit as many references in at the end as they could.
It's just a victory lap, Joe.
Yeah, if a lap is the 3 steps Michelle can walk without wheezing.
Forgive me, God, for what I'm about to do to this God-skin noble-looking man.
And you wonder why Donald keeps making fun of you for war crimes.
Even your VP is ashamed of you now, Barack. Just like I'm ashamed at how the Pokemon Company decided that randomly throwing iconic characters together for 3 months would be a great cap to a 25-year-long journey.
And the show acts like it's so clever, too. You just know the writers were sitting there going, bro, we're cooking up some heat. But all they were cooking up was microwave meatloaf.
Yo, the Bennett episode was incredible, though.
That's facts.
Can you two compromise by putting this in C tier already? We got Gundam shows to rank.
I know the man who sidetracked us isn't going, wow, focus. I knew you couldn't keep being based forever.
You are so out of pocket, bro.
My bad, guys. I just love talking about anything with my two buddies.
Whatever, Joe. Next time you can tell us how much you love us without being rude 5 seconds earlier.
Seriously, though, we should get to the next series. Or Joe might pass on before the end of the video.
Yeah, okay. Next up is another controversial one, Gundam Seed.
Cosmic Era is such a mess, bro. This series has such fun moments and cool suits, but it also just feels brain dead. At its peak, it's A tier, and at its worst, it's F tier. C tier splits the difference.
I guess Jill snuck some more Adderall into this guy's ice cream again, because the based opinions are back. This series is the mech fans' soap opera.
What?
Let me
Okay,
cook.
buddy.
Seriously, it's
Cap.
like, let me cook, man. A few bad episodes, guess what? We'll get a few good ones too. But don't get too excited or let it go to your head. No hit arcs here. A few good minutes in a row, and this show will reward you by showing you the same frames again.
You two are both spitting for once. Let's throw this in C tier and...
Bro, mute your phone. That is so rude.
I gotta take this. I'll be back in a second.
In the meantime, let's take a moment for our sponsor.
Burning with curiosity.
The greatest storyteller always had the perfect story. Whenever
Bro, don't
you
pretend like you don't know that the Audible thing fell through because of your dinner offerings.
Okay, I'm back. We gotta talk about the call when the list is done. Where were we again?
We finished Seed?
Barak, this man was pretending like he forgot about the burger incident.
Bro, how many times do I have to tell you that McDonald's is not fine dining?
I said sorry for that already, man.
Man was saying, let me cook 5 minutes ago. Bro, all you cooked was salad because you let us down.
Bro, with all that buildup, I thought you were going to drop some gas, but that was outright lame. My ears hurt just from hearing that.
For real, bro, man sounds like an Our Dad Jokes user.
Up next is Thunderbolt. I think this one speaks for itself. Amazing animation, thrilling fights, humanizing the Zeon side of the conflict, and a genuinely tight and thrilling story. If it wasn't for a weaker second season and a bad soundtrack, this would be S tier. High A tier.
A bad OST, bro, your takes are always misses.
Facts, Donnie. Imagine the Twin Towers if Obama took the planes.
Unfortunately, Joe, Obama doesn't need to be the pilot to kill thousands of people with planes.
All right, bro, we get it. You don't got to bring that up every time. No one's perfect.
Let he who is without sin pass the first stone or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one, actually. You got me there.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, look at me. I'm Barack Obama, and I sell bad opinions for a living. The sheeple just love my petty insults. 1 second, let me look at my ID. Oh, what's that? It says I'm a certified cap artist.
While little bro is having his identity crisis, are the normal people good on A tier for this?
Bro, I think this is the S tier entry point.
Facts.
I am not putting a Zaku-focused show in S tier.
It was a cool Zaku, bro. Plus, the double main characters and seeing Zeon's side really made me get on board with the Zeon did nothing wrong train.
Oh yeah, Zeon did nothing wrong.
戦闘で左手を失ったそうですね。
何を言っているの？
彼の右手
Now, wait a darn tootin' second.
Nah, bro. Zeon did nothing wrong.
Nah, man, Zeon did nothing wrong.
ガスをやられたら全員即死です。
That one is Titans, but on God, Zeon did nothing wrong.
All right, I get it. Bro, if you don't put this straight to S tier, I am resigning tomorrow and letting Kamala take over.
Yo, chill.
Throw this into S tier, bro. Throw it in. S
On
tier
God,
right now.
man, nothing is worth that. All right, guys, next up is... Oh, wait, we forgot to do Seed Destiny after Seed.
Now, this is the peak of Gundam.
What?
The mech designs are so good, the main characters are varied.
Bro, no way.
Guys, I am just kidding. This series is as bad as Victory. Put the trash where it belongs.
Phew, you had me worried there, Joe. Seriously, this show is a mess. It can't even decide on who its main character is.
Facts, bro.
Wait, and there were like aliens, right? Did they ever even explain that?
I don't think so, but there was that one series that explained the aliens so well. Man.
Bro, that was Double O. We
No,
already...
man, it wasn't an anime.
That's Double Zeta.
Can you stop with the lame jokes, Cheeto Puff? The adults are trying to speak here. It was like the visual novel where they go into the universe with aliens.
On God, if you are talking about Muv Love Alternative, I will kill
Bro,
you.
thank you. That's it. The pacing is awful and the writing is goofy, but oh my God, the atmosphere and sense of
It's
despair.
not even a Gundam. Man, stop daydreaming and bringing up...
Nah, bro, Joe has been spitting super hot
Yeah,
fire
tell
all
him,
night.
bro.
This man is wide awake today. This VN is gas.
Whatever. I'll throw it in S tier since we're talking about the VN. The anime is cheeks, though.
Agreed.
There's an anime.
Bro, where'd he go?
1 sec. Let me text Jill to get him.
My bad, bros. I just got so excited I wanted to watch it.
All right, guys, we've spent like more time on other series, this video, than we have on Gundam. We got to hurry this up. Next is F91. I think this movie is good. Would have been better if it was a full anime, though. It's fun, but the cast has some strange arcs, and the story is hard to follow because of the rushed pacing. C tier?
I swear upon America's tallest mountain, Mount Rainier.
Actually, that's Denali.
Whatever. Anyway, I swear, bro, this movie sucks more than a C tier. It's like reading the outline for a show instead of watching it. Put this in D tier.
He was right about Thunderbolt, and Big Spray Tan is right again. This movie is more erratic than Trump's party switching.
At least I didn't
and
flip-flop
Cecily
on
Fairchild
segregation.
is blander than cottage cheese. The only good things about this movie are the animation and its sequel. Put this in D tier, Barack.
A2, Biden.
Yeah, et tu, Joe. We've both been spitting all night. That is a highbrow reference, though, Barack.
Bro, it's only highbrow if Olive Garden is your idea of fine dining. Everyone has heard et tu, Brute.
For real, dude, it's like ninth grade peak intelligence at best. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of this movie, so I'll put it in D tier for Mr. and Mrs. Bad Takes Over here.
Bro, you just can't handle hearing two intelligent guys in a call agree on something?
Two intelligent guys in this call? Let me know when they join.
You idiot. You just insulted your own intelligence, too.
I already know I'm an idiot because I let myself put up with you two every day.
Wait, while we're on F91, can we rate Crossbones too?
Oh, true. That series is pretty good, and it is the sequel.
Now, we can't do the manga series, bro. We'd be here all day. Plus, I haven't read all of them.
Honestly, that's fair. There are like 30 more of them, bro.
You all right, man?
Like, I can't wait until the year 2223 for Crossbones to finally drop and be an automatic S tier.
Yeah, and I can't wait for you to drop some original lines.
What do you mean, bro?
Bro, stop playing. I know you stole that from the comment section.
He's right. I have the receipts.
I felt the same way as him. He just spoke the words of my soul.
Oh, yeah. Then why wasn't he speaking of the hellfire and eternal torture?
Anyway, next up is Twilight Axis. Can we just put this at the bottom where it belongs?
Yeah, this isn't even a real series. It's just an awful promotional piece. Seriously, I actually don't know what happened in it. The Sazabi is doing some magic on the moon or something?
I checked the wiki and even they don't know. D tier.
Hey, wait a second, man.
Bro, shut up. This is D tier.
Let me...
Bro, even Mal says this series is doo-doo.
Another word out of your mouth, Donnie, and I'm implementing a wealth tax.
Okay, whatever.
I am curious, what rank did you want to give it, though?
I was going to ask to make a tier even below D.
There really must be such a thing as a good billionaire, because this man is making the tier list a lot better, free of charge.
I'm so sorry for doubting you, bro.
Whatever, bro. I gas you up for the whole call, and you lose faith in me in 5 seconds. That stings more than getting a sloth when you're doing a meme build in a hard mode Super Auto Pets run.
I'm sorry, man.
All right, now that the newlyweds are done with their first fight, it's time to rank another controversial one. The Origin.
This is so entertaining, but it really makes UC even more weird with how it rewrites the timeline. Plus, explaining to friends that Char isn't going to be half as smart in the actual shows drains me way too much. Tier in a vacuum, B tier in reality.
Sleepy Joe is back, it seems. This series is a certified stinker. Seriously, bro, it's like someone loved Reinhard von Lohengrin so much.
He is cool, though.
They decided to murder Char's character by making him cosplay as him and making every character around him act as dumb as iron-blooded orphans characters. This series is character assassination of Char at its finest.
I don't know about a stinker, but I am not the biggest fan of this show. Seriously, man, it just feels like fanfic for Gundam. I'd love it if it was an original universe, but it just makes UC even more convoluted and harder for new fans to get into. Low B tier, maybe C.
Bro, you've lost your way just like Sleepy Joe lost the election.
Bro, you lost your count in 2016,
The decision
too.
to put this show in C tier is easier than beating Dark Souls 1 bosses by walking straight and to the left. On God, this anime was so bad it convinced me to run again in 2024, so no kid has to see anything as bad as it again.
Wait, this convinced you to run again? I agree with you now. This anime is D tier for its cultural impact.
Yoshikazu Yasuhiko made this one. You are such a nephew.
All right, guys, we're almost done. We got to do the Build Fighters ones next.
Nah, bro, there's too many, and they're not really mech series. They're heat, but they're really like sports animes in disguise.
On God, bro, plus this video is long enough already. If we add all the Build series, viewer retention is going to fall off like the economy has under you.
Bro, come on. I had to deal with a pandemic.
Bro, the only pandemic in this call is your sick greed for adding series to this tier list. Plus, Carrot Face is speaking facts. Every time Michelle goes to the gas station, it costs $800 and takes over an hour because of how bad the lines for gas are.
Bro, don't you own a Tesla?
Yeah, why?
We'll talk about it offline. It's important.
What's more important is talking about what you did to the economy. You lecherous, toupee-wearing, Oompa-Loompa-looking clown.
That's a little excessive.
Your steel tariffs prove just how little you understand the global economy.
Now, I don't know about this man not knowing about the economy. I think he finally proved that trickle-down economics are a real thing when I saw what he did with the hooker at Bernie's.
Oh, Jesus, you saw that?
Next up is Unicorn.
This show is Gundam, for better and for worse. The horrors of war are shown amazingly well. The fights are fun and dynamic. The robots are cooler than the Arctic, and the animation is just gorgeous. At the same time, Full Frontal is a literal Char clone, and Banagar is the blandest and most idealistic dude since Bill Clinton. That being said, the OST drops bangers harder than Barack dropped his bombs on Syria. The action moves faster than Melania's hand when Donald tries to hold it. And the art is even more beautiful than my smile. I think this is what defines a tier.
Someone thinks they're a real insult king today. You didn't have to be so rude about how you did it, but your ranking has no cap. This has a little bit of something for everyone, even if it does have some glaring weaknesses. A tier.
I love that you can find the good from the bad and the rude, Donald. Just like Puerto Rican college students when Florida colleges announced lowered prices after Hurricane Maria.
Joe, don't go there's good in everything and then bring up a hurricane, bro. The heck?
There's good opinions in Joe's soul, and he looks like Slender Man's night terror, so maybe he's got a point. Just like he had a point about this being A tier.
Screw you, Jack. You look like the third fell omen.
And what exactly is wrong with being an omen, Joe?
Nothing wrong with it at all. If it wasn't for ableist bigots like Slim Jim Joe over here, maybe Moog would have had the self-esteem to ask McKella out instead of kidnapping them.
All right, we get it, guys. You've played Elden Ring. I still haven't.
Still?
What the heck, bro? It even won Game of the Year?
Honestly, just being in a huge world without an idea of where to go reminds me too much of my early 20s.
Honestly, kind of facts.
And a golden man on a horse beating the ever-loving life out of you reminds me of my father.
Joe, I told you on Insta to keep your childhood to yourself because of stuff like this.
Anja! Bro, this man has already turned 3 therapists to alcoholism.
Whatever, guys, just throw this in A tier, where it belongs.
Bro, ain't no way you think this is just A tier. Did you not see the Neo Zeong scenes? Dog, a 116-meter robot alone makes this S tier.
Bro, I see 116 meters every time I take off my pants.
Genitalia humor? I didn't realize the male Amy Schumer was in the call. Anyway, I'm putting this in A tier, but only if we can put it at the top.
Deal!
Next up is narrative.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, and that is why this picture is worth 1/8 of one of the essays you losers spit out about each of these series.
That picture is worth 1 word, but what a word it is. It's a word.
Blink
it's
3 times fast if you're in
that you,
danger,
I
Joe.
had. You would word could you do whatever.
On God, though, this movie was boring. C tier AF.
Joe fell asleep when this movie aired, and he was never the same again.
All we have left is turn A, right?
The Studio Ghibli of Gundam. A
Bro.
beautiful story with an actually well-developed
Come
set of
on, man.
What is it, Donald?
Of course, the greatest president America has ever seen wouldn't let the guy who asked in episode 1 to talk about this get the first word. What a man. Wow, so brave, so amazing.
All right, bro, if you want to go first, just say it. No need for the sardonic sound bites.
Go ahead, Donnie.
Simply put, this is the series where Tamino finally went out and touched grass. It's got all the typical cool stuff from Tamino Gundam series, but it feels like it's about real people instead of androids this time. The characters have actual personalities and goals without feeling contrived. The war is bad message hits a lot harder when you show just how beautiful life is. The pacing is way better because it's not monster of the week or fight of the day, and the women act like human beings, not machines.
Bro, what's wrong with Emma Sheen? She's like the one well-written woman in Zeta.
She betrayed our boys.
I thought I was the forgetful one, Donald.
You are.
As I was saying, that's Rekkoa, not Emma. Anyway, you're like mostly hitting when it comes to this show. I'd say the only thing you got wrong about this is the pacing being great. Seriously, this show takes a little too long to explain what the heck is going on. And the middle is kind of mid, pun intended. Anyway, this is the top of a tier at least. This one of the good ones.
Low S tier at least.
No fake news here, just truths. Low S tier.
Finally, we're done. Now I can ask Jill for the milkshake she was telling me about this morning.
I don't think that means what you think it does, bro.
Wait, guys. We still have to talk about that phone call I got earlier.
Barack, is everything okay? You're looking kind of different.
Yeah, bro, you sound really serious.
The thing is, that phone call I got earlier, it was from the channel creator. I don't know what to tell you guys, but we're getting retired. This is our last video.
What?
Bro, aren't you mad about that? This is not okay.
I was mad at first myself, but after I spoke with him, well, I think he's right for doing it. We're popular now, and these tier list memes are funny while this trend is hot, but it's going to get old eventually. Whether it's in a week or a month, people are going to get tired and move on.
It'll be a while yet before people get tired of this, man. We can keep getting even better and do so much more, man.
I don't know about that, Joe. We put our all into this tier list, and I don't know if we could ever top it. At least I don't think I could.
Donald is right, Joe. This is our best, and I'm proud of it. And us. And you.
All right, but who cares if this is our best and people won't stay interested forever? We do this for fun, and we still have so much left to do. We haven't ranked One Piece tiers yet, played Dark Souls 2, or debated the other presidents. Plus...
Joe, how many of those can you honestly say we could make videos of and still enjoy it? Even we'll get tired of it. We had so much fun making this. Do you really want to continue making these until we think of it as a job or don't care anymore?
Joe, we're both old enough to have had more yesterdays than tomorrows. When you're our age, it starts to get clear that life is beautiful because we can smile back on the times we've already had. Life doesn't go on forever. It doesn't hurt to be ambitious, but you got to stop at some point or you'll start hating yourself for following your own dreams.
But if we're not doing this, what'll become of us?
I guess it'll be the end, Joe. It'll be just nothingness.
Are we just going to stop existing? Are we going to die?
That's what life is. All good things end, Joe. It scares me too.
Don't forget what Turn A taught us, you two. Life is beautiful because of the moments we spend together. There's no point to living forever if your life isn't spent enjoying the time you have with your friends. And we can't keep enjoying doing these forever.
I've loved the times we've had together, you two. Honestly, I take back all the insults and banter I've ever said to you two. If we were making a friends tier list, I'd put you two in S tier any day.
That means a lot, Joe. You're a great man, bro. I never had the best relationship with Malik, but that hasn't stung in a long time because you are my brother.
Thank you, Barack.
I know I've called you guys every name in the books, but I love you too, man. You guys are my best friends, and I'm glad we spent so much time together. You guys are the best.
Donnie, you're overwhelming me with all the love, man. You're the best.
Honestly, I'm not the best at farewells. The more good memories I have with someone, the longer I want to thank them during our goodbyes. For you guys, well, our times together were so amazing that we'd be here all day if I talked about them. So instead, I'll just say that you two are my best friends ever. It's been an honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry if this ruins the loving vibes we have right now, guys, but I'm quaking in my boots thinking about the end. What does it mean to stop existing?
Joe, don't worry too much. Try closing your eyes for a few seconds.
Okay, when do I open them, Donald?
You can open them. That wasn't so bad, right? I think it's just like that. I don't know what it's like for sure, but I've heard it's just like when you start to fall asleep. That shouldn't be too scary, right, bud? You're pretty good at that.
Yeah, thanks for trying to cheer me up, man. I love you, brother.
No problem, man. I love you too.
Guys, I'd love to spend a little more time together on this, but we're approaching the end, unfortunately.
That's okay, Barack. I think I can handle it knowing that my friends will be there for it. That's a bigger blessing than I think most get to have.
I'm glad you're there for me too.
Before we head out, I have one last message to the audience. Here I was just saying I take too long with farewells. I guess I'll be bad at goodbyes until the very end. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us three and that we've brought some joy to your lives. I don't know what the future holds for you folks, but I do know that it'll be new and exciting and at least as fun as these videos have been. And if I could ask just one thing of you, I hope you'll keep watching and remembering us, at least for a while. I know it's a selfish request, but honestly, being forgotten is what really scares me. Keep a place in your heart for us three. Donnie and Joe deserve it more than I do. It's been a blessing. Goodbye.
Y'all are the best. It's been an honor.
Just like sleeping, huh? I hope it'll be like when I used to fall asleep as a kid on Christmas and could feel my friends and family just over in the other room. I hope I'll dream of them. Good night. It's been an honor.